The election dust has settled in Scotland. The final results are in. As you can see there, the SNP fails to win an overall majority. Ed Conway will take us through the numbers. Ed.
Yeah, thanks, Dermot. Let me take you through. We now have all of the seats declared in Scotland. You can see the map is entirely coloured in. We've also had the list seats as well. Very important, those list seats. They've actually been the thing that prevented the SNP from getting the majority they had last time and that they wanted this time around. They have 63 seats. They needed 65 to have an overall majority in Holyrood, so they haven't achieved that. Of course, the Scottish electoral system is basically designed to prevent parties from getting this overall majority. They managed it last time around. It just shows how much of an achievement that was. Labour here on 24 seats. Look at this. The Conservatives with 31 seats. Their best ever performance in the Scottish Parliament. Labour, that may well go down as their worst performance in Scotland since the start, since kind of around 100 years ago, so the early days of the mass franchise. The Lib Dems, they're recovering a little bit with 5 seats, and then that's mainly the Green Party. And the question will be, will the Green Party have to ally, or rather the SNP have to ally with the Green Party in order to get that working majority in Holyrood? So we now have those numbers through, and you can see just where those seats were won and lost for each of the different parties. Look at the SNP up there at the top. 63 seats, 11 gains. They were always expected to make gains, but also 5 losses on the left-hand side. And who did they lose those seats to? Look at those 5 losses on the left-hand side of this. They lost them to the Labour Party. They lost them to the Conservatives. They lost them to the Lib Dems. It really wasn't as much of a thumping night as they expected, the SNP. Labour, there was always an expectation they were going to do badly, and indeed that's what happened. They lost 13 seats, 11 of them to the SNP, 2 of them to the Conservative Party. But then finally this, the Conservatives with 4 gains, 2 from the SNP, 2 from the Labour Party. A massive night in Scottish politics for the Conservative Party, and people are going to be chewing over these results for quite some time, because it just shows that the picture of Scottish politics, it's still very yellow indeed, but just look at how much blue there is now.